EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's third round coverage of the North 2015. Today we're along the east coast of Maine. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobila. We'll be calling all the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point.
Another great design from Brand Patel, and they really threw the boat out here. Some 1,700 yards, will play even longer than that. A nice calm day though, Rich, and you really can shoot a good score out here.
And now we go down to the first hole. Starting to round the turn now. 72 holes, it's a lot of golf. Third round about to get underway.
Yeah, played well through the first 2 days. Very much in contention. But it's still a new day.
Hold on here a second. She is winding up for a big one. She wants to smash this far as she can hit it. Good contact, good result. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Now playing the second here at the par 4.
This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Pretty good shot right there. She has this attempt for par. They'll take it. That's a par. Now on the tee at the par 3 second, it's a long one. This will require a pure strike. Here's to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Now the third hole here at Lighthouse Point, par 5, 566 yards. Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is contact from the rough. On the green in regulation. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front nine completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee, and you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Second shot from 120. This is a good-looking shot. She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. These putts keep the round together. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Oh, painful lip out. This is a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. So just a formality, man. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand, really valuable.
Fifth hole now at Lighthouse Point. Frank, it's a beefy par 4.
Another hole without any fairway bunkers off the tee, but really the main defense here at the Cliffs is the elements. Find the fairway, and you'll also be hitting to a green which is protected by a little bunker to the right side of that and short. So precision, once again, required here. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. Oh, this is right at it.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Count that. That's a birdie. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Getting set now over the putt. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
Good putt. Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 307.
Here, Rich, if you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You could hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fine. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
I'm thinking about 90 yards from here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult 3-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, where the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
And setting up here in the rough. And in the hole. What a shot. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's north. And ideally, you just sort of like to go fairway, pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it. Second shot.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. Now the third shot at the par 5.
Had every chance of going in.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left or right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. In the hole and a birdie. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot. I'm loving that balance. That's an absolute beauty.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. Shouldn't be a problem here.
great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Par 3 14th, headed over Lake Zimmer. Old man Zimmer was a legend in these parts here in Maine, at Lighthouse Point. All you want here, Frank, at 240 yards. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pop bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Little uphill to this green, Frank. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Pretty good shot right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. They'll take it. That's a par. Time to make a move, the closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards.
Should be safely on deck.
That's well played.
It's that sneaky distance. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Safely aboard. This is a cross-country special.
That was a tricky one, but it's in.
We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway, just going to leave you a short iron, and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, straight uphill with this approach shot, what do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
Well, you're going to have to take at least an extra club to make up for that added elevation. And also, it's tougher to get onto that front foot.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Solid par. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though.